Hey there, it's Colleen, Master Dowser and best-selling author of this book, Fearless, Accurate Dowsing. I just want to say a few words about instant intuition, using it for animals. On an earlier video, I talked about muscle testing, two-person muscle testing, which connects right away to your intuition, and you can learn all the other techniques, pendulum, dowsing rods, the other muscle testing techniques and such, self-applied muscle testing or self-applied dowsing. But the two-person muscle testing will get you the answers you need if you ask clear questions and doing it in a calm state of mind right away. So with animals, like say you have a horse, dog, cat, who's maybe you just adopted this animal friend, and they're acting anxious and upset and they haven't settled down into their new home yet. What I would suggest you do is, and I've done this with people as well, is whoever's the owner of the animal or the caregiver of the animal can, if possible, if the animal allows it, have the animal in their lap, or with a horse to touch the animal, just maybe put your hand on their back. And then the second person would be the tester. And so what you're going to be doing is using muscle testing to connect into the animal's energy and into the answers you need. And you might start hearing information coming from the animals, or they'll show you pictures and things. So just want you to be prepared for that. Sometimes I've seen some horrible things at some of the rescues I've worked at. So all you have to do is, again, your friend is, say, holding the animal, and then you would just have your friend put their arm out, like they're holding the animal here, put their arm out, and then you would just test it by asking a question. Are there one or more fears causing this dog to still be shy and afraid and anxious around the house and hide? Or cat, hide under the furniture. And you push down very gently on the wrist, and when there's a strong response, that is a yes answer, and a weak response is a no answer. Is this animal suffering because it misses its litter mates? Is this animal suffering because it misses its mommy? Yes. The other one was a no. Was this animal abused? You know, sometimes we don't always know the history of our animal friends. Was this animal abused by a previous owner? Yes. May I know the fears to release in order to help this animal to heal and feel safe in the animal's new home? Yes. So you just go through, I use 5 fears that pretty much cover everything. Is this animal suffering from a fear of failure? No. A fear of not being safe? Yes. A fear that the bad times will never end? Yes. And that's a fear quite often if an animal's been abused many times, even day after day, many times a day, or even bullied by children or other animals. I've helped some animals that were actually used as bait for dog fights and such, and was able to clear out all their fears, and they were able to be adopted because they weren't afraid anymore of humans and other animals. So you just go through and then ask, is this animal afraid of being abandoned or rejected? Yes. Is this animal afraid that there's consequences to their new home? Yes. So you could just get that information, write down those fears, and just start clearing. If you want, you can use a pendulum and spin it counterclockwise, or you can clear your governing vessel meridian like this, or use a crumbling action, or you see me tap under my nose. That's a governing vessel meridian endpoints. We're going to use the pendulum just for the heck of it. I now release for this precious animal all their fears of not being safe in their new home. I release all their fears that the bad times are never going to end from all the times they were hurt and hit and abused and horrible things happened for them. I release my fears for coming from this animal, the fears that I sense through my muscle testing of them being afraid of being rejected and abandoned again in another home. I release their fears that there's going to be consequences to this successful adoption in their new home. They don't know the people or the animals. How are they supposed to feel safe? And they've got such an emotional backup of issues from terrible things that happen to them, but you can clear it out, okay? It's so easy. Just take a little bit of time. You brought this animal home, so please, please, please work on their emotional health as well as their physical health. I know you took them to a vet, and they also have sometimes mental issues going on. All you have to do is clear, and then once you've cleared it, you can test and say something like, is this animal, again, you or your friend holding the animal and putting their arm out, the person who's holding the animal, just say, does this animal still have one or more fears of rejection or abandonment? No. Does this animal have one or more fears of not being safe? Yes. Then you just do some more clearing for a second round, because sometimes there's layers of fears. Animals never have as many layers of fears as humans do, in my experience, so it's a lot quicker and easier to clear it out. I release this precious new animal friend's fears of not being safe. However many layers are left, I'm just letting them go, and just spinning the other way in a clockwise direction. I let go, or I should say I instill into this animal perfectly correct polarities and 100% effectiveness and functionality in their body, mind, emotion, and spirit. Allow their nerves to calm, their energy to calm. Allow them to feel safe now and protected, because I'm the new critter mommy or daddy. See, that's how simple it is. You just listen to your intuition if possible, and sometimes you will hear things coming from the animal, or like I said, see pictures. It's very easy to do, and it's such a wonderful gift to give your animal friends. I've helped horses and horse rescues who wouldn't be even touched and certainly not ridden. Of course, dogs who have been horribly abused, cats that were tortured with chemicals and taped up and such like that. But they were all adopted because we released the fears that they had that made them distrust humans and made them terrified to be adopted again. So that's what I got for today. Thank you so much for watching. You are a treasure. Thank you for helping the animals. Namaste. Peace out. Get 10 free chapters of my Fearless Accurate Dowsing book on my website, emorescue.com. There's also links to all my Amazon books and other interesting information. Thank you.